at you cause I'm told to. I can't make no mistakes, cause there is just no room. Guess I was made like crutches, strong enough to hold you, strong enough to carry, but I can't think for you. I can't give no input, only what I put in. Tired when I can't be, tired of my footing, but I care for you. I want better for you, I can only hope that you want better also, cause we in a cycle.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Okay, we're gonna get this started. I'm gonna bring my special guest up. See. Hi, E. How are you?
Hey, in my opinion, how are you, darling?
I'm blessed by the best and highly favored. So I just want to do a quick live, and get into this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, wait a minute, we got cat. Oh,
Hey,
how are you?
Hello, hello, hello.
All right. So listen here. We're gonna get into this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's gonna be a quick live because it wasn't much happening. So we open up with Martell being arrested, his arrest record being all over the place. And Mel is hiring some security.
oh, is that what
And
we're calling them?
Yeah, that's
that's what she
security
called
time.
them. I'm just
She
gonna
called him
call them what she
security.
called them.
I
So
think
she's
he's just a
hiring her
personal
security.
bodyguard. But go ahead.
She's hiring some security to protect her and her kids. Uh, so I'm gonna stop right there. We're gonna start with that and see what y'all think. So, E, what's your think? What's your thoughts?
Well, protect her and the kids from what exactly? That's the part that I'm missing. I didn't think the
She
kids were
said she
in,
needs
in
protection from Martell
but from what though? What would be his motive?
because she had him arrested.
Yeah, oh, so she was scared because she was playing police games, is what you're saying. So, so for me, I first of all, the way that Carlos chopped in and put this whole thing together was just messy because that we started off by seeing her outside the house with this spring fall dress that she had on. The denim dress was cute. I liked it. And like I said on my review, she had her hair done like Monet Tejada. And you want me to believe that you're disheveled and scared for your safety. Well, I didn't believe that. When I saw Martell in his confessional, and it was like breaking news and he was arrested, I did feel like Martell appeared to be a broken man. He looked like a broken man to me. And I felt like, and maybe some people would think that I'm soft. I felt like he was completely at a loss for words because I'm not saying that what Martell did was right, but we're talking about something that happened over a year ago. And I don't think if you had been scared all this time, I, I don't know. I, I didn't buy it. I thought the whole thing was just fraudulent. It was fraudulent, and I didn't think that the kids were in fear of something happening to them because he had already been arrested and he was out by this time. If he was going to do something to the children, he would have done something to the children when he got out. I don't think he was going to do anything to the children. And if he was going to knock Mel's head off her shoulders, I think he would have had ample opportunity to do that too. What's these security cameras going to stop? Nothing.
Okay, Katrina, your thoughts?
She faking and fronting for the cameras. Like you just like he said, if he was gonna do something to her, I'm quite sure he would have did it a long time ago. Yeah, you called the police on him because you're so scared. But now you getting security cameras, so you wasn't scared with him when you was married to him. He didn't show you no type of abusive ways then. But right now, because you put him in jail, you think he's coming out to do something to you. Is he in his right mind to do something to you? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like you saying, Mel is just front for these cameras, and it's ridiculous and it's pathetic. And then these people don't realize they got kids.
Mhm.
Kids go to school. They don't think the kids gonna see this stuff and see how it plays out, even though they doing it for reality TV. But these kids still live in their reality life. So they need to stop with these little kiddie games because it's not fun for these kids. It might not be fun, might be fun to them or what they're doing with Mel and Martell and all that type of stuff, but they don't realize they got kids and kids, other kids see this stuff, and kids, they make jokes and they make fun of people, and then these kids can end up with some type of done mental illness or something from depression, from being poked at or whatsoever, being made fun of. They need to think about these things before they take these steps into doing the things that they do because they got kids. I'm done.
And can I piggyback, because when Katrina just said, did he not show you any signs when you were married? What's coming to my mind is at the last reunion. I don't know if you both remember. Mel said that she was beating Martell's ass. Remember that? So how were you?
That wasn't the
Huh?
first time she said that neither.
Well, how are you now scared for your safety that you need security, but you were just beating up on this man? We got to pick another struggle.
That's what
Well,
I'm
listen,
saying. But you scared of him.
I
Okay,
think she
girl,
was
make it make
very
sense.
informative because you were so scared, but you was able to put on your makeup, get all dolled up, had your hair slayed with the 27-piece clip in, and you gonna put on a fur coat. I don't know. It was too much performative for me. I mean, you knew the cameras was there. Why you had to be like that? Okay, so then we're gonna move on to the scene where she walks into the kitchen with her brother, and she's telling her brother about what happened, and she's saying it's the because of the corn, and he's talking to his mom at the same time, and he's telling her, look, they was harassing me on social media, online, her and her Miller Butts, and I was tired of it. I sent her a message. They put the message up on the screen. I think the message was something like, I'm tired of you and your Miller Butts harassing me, causing me undue harm. If you don't stop, I'm going to get even with you. And then, of course, he said he sent a picture. I'm going to stop right there and see what y'all think of those two things.
Well, I felt Mel and her brother were like watching what is that, Billy and Bullwinkle? I don't know. But I really connected with Marlene, and I typically don't. But when she said you got to be a grown woman and stand on your own 2 feet, I felt that. I felt that because if this is a man who you've been totally disconnected from, there's a tape out there. You've been talking about it long enough. What's the reason that he keeps hinting at this tape? Do you really believe he's going to drop this tape? But if so, if you really felt that way, why didn't you go file the day after you got that text message at the very least, and at the very earliest the day of? I'm torn about this because I've been hearing about this phantom plot, and I would like to believe it, but then I feel like Melody has something in her chamber too, because the tape has never come out. And I just feel like there's something else that most here, and I need additional details. Second thing is this. Mel said 2 things for me in that kitchen with that Waffle House that they reheated and made it look like the brother cooked. She said 2 things that really just made me go, And the first thing was, she said nobody called her when Martell was arrested, and the kids didn't call her, Marlene didn't call, and Ariane didn't call. Chick, why would somebody call you to come help with kids that you don't even take care of? Last time I checked, you had 24 babysitters in 1 year. So why would they call you? They know you don't have time for the kids, because if you had time for the kids and you knew that their father had a warrant, you wouldn't have them in the car with that father knowing that he's driving around with the warrant for his arrest. That's first thing. Second thing is that whole thing about, I just believe in God's divine timing. And sometimes you got to step back and let God do his thing. You do your part, but then God will do the rest. I thought that was complete bullshit. I thought that was complete bull crap. And I felt like it was just blasphemous to say in God's name. And, I'm not a big fan of Keon Henderson, but where is he when you need him? Hush up now.
You are a mess.
Listen here, you had me laughing. Hi, Candace, sis. How are you?
This she's
Katrina, what
playing
you got?
she's playing too many games. She's really playing these games. And I hope she's just doing this for TV. But girl, you are playing too many games. It's at the point where do anybody really trust you? Because I don't even know you and I don't think I would trust you. Because you playing too many games. You're playing, and like he said, you knew this man had a warrant, but you got your kids in this car with this man. At any time, the police could pull him over and take him in, and then they're gonna have to call you and tell you come get the kids, and the kids gonna see the dad getting arrested and all that type of stuff. But she talks out of both sides of her mouth, but she don't know what to say. She say one thing, but then she try to clear it up with another thing. She's ridiculous. She's ridiculous. And she's getting more and more like Giselle every day. She's getting more like Giselle every day. That's all I got on her.
Okay, so I took I was listening to this, okay, and I listened to a lot of reviews. And at first, I wasn't gonna do a review on this, but I'm kind of glad I did. So I've been listening to a lot of reviews, and everybody's painting Mel as this helpless damsel that we gotta protect. And the question I want to ask everybody is, who has not been cheated on? Who has not had their heart broken? Who has not dealt with somebody that was toxic and stayed in something way too long and not been able to get out of it? Did we have to go to social media to drag that person to make ourselves feel better, to get over it, to heal? No, we didn't have to do that. Did we have to have a whole
But
community
wasn't
of
she
people
cheating too?
to tear somebody down? She was, but we gonna stick to what they got on this show. But I'm just
Girl.
saying, here's the thing. I'm just saying. Well, she gonna have to wait till his wife find out, and then she'll be dealing with that when she deal with it. First of all, hi man, how you doing? And Candy says that she agree with y'all. Um, Listen here. I just feel like we too far in this. They've been divorced for 4 years. 4 years. How long are we supposed to trauma bond and let her heal? Why I do think Martell has done a lot of dirt, I think Mel has too. Their marriage was a consolation of both of them. Doing their dirt, messing up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together again. But here's the thing. Sis, you knew this before you even married him. He was cheating on you in college. And you knew it. He was cheating on you before you had the last baby, and you knew it. I'm just not gonna hold him accountable, and you stuck in there and you went in the dirt with him. I just can't do that. I did feel like Miss Marlene could have held Martell a little more accountable. I did like that she, talked about how Mel was being toxic. The part that I did not like in that conversation was that the kid need a daddy more than they need a mom. The kid needs both parents. Let's be clear. I'm never gonna say that. A kid needs both parents. Um, Especially a little girl. She needs both of her parents. And they unfortunately have a lot of girls. I just think it's a big misstep for them to be on this show with the toxic traits that they're showing right now, because they're not helping these kids. They're hurting them more than they help them. And that's the part that hurts me the most, is to know that these kids are suffering while they're being petty for a TV show that Carlos King is making money off of.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
So I hear what you're saying, and I will agree because I know all of us up here are moms. But what concerns me, I know from listening to you both, I know that in my opinion, you are always with your children. Katrina, you told us how strict you were on yours. And for me, I'm like a helicopter. So I don't get that same impression from Melody. And Martell has said it countless and countless and countless of times that even when it's her week, she's not even with the kids. Even if he is getting help from Ariane, he is present with the kids. He's providing the structure. So when Marlene said they need their father, I took that to mean that they need that structure because Mel doesn't have any at the house. She's barely there. The uncle is providing the structure, and he can barely make the waffles and the turkey bacon right. So I know that they need their mom. Everybody needs their mom, but I think that Mel has put more focus into making money, looking good, and getting men, and less time into providing a structured routine schedule for her children.
And
So okay, so I'm
I'm
gonna
saying,
get into it. Let's
oh,
get
okay.
into that.
But
Um,
and you're right
I think
though,
the reason
because
why
oh,
I think the reason why she's saying she doesn't have the structure that he has is because she's saying she has concerts, speaking engagements, stuff like that. So when that stuff, she can't be there for them.
Oh, was
And
she at the Renaissance? I must have missed it.
in order for her to do that, she would have to have somebody to secure the kids. Per the agreement, the kids they have to show notice that they're gonna take the kids 50 miles out of the state or anything. So I think that's the reason why she has the babysitters and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it was an exaggeration with the 20. I'm not for sure if that's the accurate number, but I do know it was quite a few people. Um, whether that's true or not, I just felt like it was a big misunderstanding to say the kids need a father more than they need a mama. And that was pretty much how she phrased it. That they needed a father more than they need a mother. No, they need their mama and she needs to put her kids first. Yes, I agree with you on that. Because your kids are the most important thing. We all work a job, you know what I'm saying? We have to be away from our kids, but we try to make time to spend with our kids as well. And that's what a mom does. So yes, if she needs to scale back some on her speaking engagements or performances, then that's what she got to do as a mom. Kenya Moore is doing it, and she's a single mom. So I can't understand how she can't do it, and they're co-parenting.
But she don't want to.
that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, Katrina, what was you going to say?
Girl, how in the world are you gonna say a child need their father more than they need their mother? Are you insane? Who even think like that? I would have said the child need both parents instead of saying the child need a father more than they need the mother. No, they need you both because a
Yeah,
mother can only teach certain things and a dad can only teach certain things. A dad can't. Well, he think he knows about a woman's body, but he really doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to tell me that a child need a daddy more than they need the mom. The mom bring down the whole structure. The mom bring down the whole line. She runs
Well, we
everything.
already know that's not the
Yeah,
case in this
so
case
she, yeah,
because
the girl, because it's ridiculous, but that was the most stupidest thing that she could say, and that will make me say again that she is nuts. That's what I'm saying. She was turning to. I got to give it to Giselle. Giselle take care of her kids more than she do. I got to hand that to Giselle. Now I can see Giselle. Giselle is a good mom. I got to give her that one. Gotta give.
well,
Well,
Giselle ain't
well,
got
Gotta
number
own that.
one job.
well, see, I don't know if Giselle is a good mom. Remember, she didn't teach the girls that they need to wipe from the front to the back. Remember,
Well,
they
you
had to
know,
learn
a
that
little
in
some. What
school.
then? She didn't. The girls didn't even know about the human part. They didn't know what a hysterectomy was, and I'm like, what in the hell? How you graduate from high school, you don't know what a hysterectomy is. But either way, certain things don't get talked about. But I still ain't got that one. But like I said, and like you said before, Who hasn't been cheated on? If a woman ain't been cheated on, child, I give you all the praises and all the glory. But there ain't too many out there that a woman don't cheat and a man don't cheat. And like you said, why do we have to bring all of this to the forefront? This is going on 4 years. Same thing with Shawnee O'Neal. Let the shit go. I mean, let the stuff go. It's over with. Let it go. If y'all divorcing whatsoever, live your life over here. Let him live his. Just be co-parent to the children. Keep the stuff from the children. Keep it out the kids' eyes. I mean, you have to work together. They bringing all this stuff in front of the kids. That's what I'm saying. So neither one of them good parents. Cause look what you're doing to your children on national TV. That's it. Oh Jesus.
Okay. So the next scene is Stormy and Nell talking. First of all, Stormy body is amazing. Okay, she is doing the work, got that body tight and right. Stormy look. So she's meeting up with Nell at the daycare. Lord Jesus, that's barely hanging on. Anyway, she's meeting at the daycare, and they're talking about it. And she's asking Nell how does she feel about the arrest, and Nell says, she don't believe in locking people up if it can be settled. Then they go to Tisha and Destiny, and they're talking about the situation as well, and they're also talking about the Carlos King podcast. And they both said that they're not going. First of all, Tisha's house is amazing. The work she did on her house, it looks amazing. But anyway, they're talking about it, and they like, no, they ain't going because they don't want to be around the middle of months, and maybe they'll go when he comes to Atlanta. I'm not for sure if they actually went when he went to Atlanta with Tamar. I didn't hear nothing about it, so they may not win. But anyway, those were the two scenes. What do y'all think of those scenes?
Well, how can I say? So here's the thing. Yes, Stormy looks great, and I'm trying to get slim and trim just like her. And I agree with Nell in this regard. I don't agree with Nell often, but if it's something that can be resolved, I don't see the need in dialing 911 and going down to the courthouse and getting those people involved. And the way that this could have been resolved, if you already know that Ariane is still around and you know that she is assisting with the kids, because she hinted to that in the kitchen during that third scene from earlier. The way that they could have resolved this is let them come and film on the show, not Melody and Ariane filming, but let Martell and Ariane bring some type of bring him a storyline, because it seems like why he is imploding and why he's going out with Sheree and doing this and this and that is because he can't keep up with Mel. Think about it. Martell is filming with Destiny. They're trying to show us some type of friendship. If you look at the previews for the upcoming episodes, there's some other woman that's going to be coming on, and they supposedly had a rendezvous. So I feel like Melody doesn't have to jump through these hoops and hurdles to do her storyline. She gets to come on there, mess with Tisha, mess with Wanda, and be in Marcel's face and argue with him back and forth. She gets to argue with Tisha and Destiny. She doesn't get to show her well, it's not that she doesn't get to show her personal life. She is not being made to show her personal life like everybody else. And her fan base and her quacky delusional melamas will push her to the top and say she's carrying the season on her back. She's not carrying a damn thing. So this is the reason why I began to feel some empathy for Martell, and I agree with what Nell said. This could have been handled behind the scenes, and now you've went and you've made a permanent decision off of temporary circumstances. I have an issue with that. And the next scene, you said it was the scene with them at the oh, and then you talked about Destiny coming with Tisha. Let me tell you something. I used to really like Destiny. But I'm not interested in Destiny's storyline. I'm just not interested. the house was cute for what it was, but the best part about the conversation was Letitia and Destiny really called out Melody's fan base for what they are, and I loved every second of it. I loved it, and the only thing that would have made it better is if they would have called Carlos out too. Why is Carlos in this first episode so much? I don't understand that. Carlos should not be in this episode this much, and he's made his whole event a part of the storyline for this episode and coming out so he can talk to all the people at the Starbucks. I don't like it. I don't want to see Carlos in the scene in this series anymore. I don't want to see his one night stand up shows. I don't want to see Melody and Carlos filming together. It's cringy to me. It's not a real storyline, and they're advertising this business because they want all the single Black women who've been heartbroken to come out, hold hands, and say F that Negro. So no, I didn't like that. Mm-mm.
So what you saying? They want us to come out and do a Glorilla song?
Yes, because they want all the women who hate men to come out and spend $50 on these tickets and buy some millimeter t-shirts and raindrop t-shirts and just discuss how men are so wrong. They want a trauma bond, and this is why they made this a part of the show. No, I'm not interested. I don't want to see that.
So he trying to do a Shawnee O'Neal.
Bingo, Katrina. Bingo.
Girl, these folks is a trip. Like, why would you be on these shows? Don't they know when it goes on them shows, stuff like that doesn't work, and it causes more friction, especially with the other cast members. Things like that don't work. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, what Candace said, um, the fact that they are doing this in the public makes me feel like they both are playing us. I just can't see parents knowing their kids will eventually see this stuff and not dial it back.
I agree.
And then she said a lot just doesn't make sense. And I do feel like the storyline has been halted so much from being out that we're only seeing one side of a storyline. So that's the reason why it feels like they're playing in our face, because while they film everything, they don't play everything. It's up to editing how this show is edited. And it's always been edited with a certain somebody in mind.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I lose? Did the sound go out?
No, I was waiting on you to say something. Do you agree?
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that last part. I'm sorry. My sound must have gone out. What happened?
I said I feel like they've been editing this show, whereas they may have been recording everything. They've been editing this show, so we only see one side with one person in mind. Do you agree?
Oh, I certainly agree, and I think it's a money grab because you want Mel to be favorable, because you know that the Melamuts will support Mel financially. They're going to buy her merchandise. They're going to tune in for her, and this is why Carlos wants her to come on the road and come on tour, because that's how he marketed it. Oh, the raindrops and the millimeters. Come on out. Who's a raindrop? I've never seen that, but he's selling merchandise too. See, he acts like he's on the show. I don't like it.
So let me ask you something else, E. You said something earlier that I want to touch bases on. Are you not a Destiny fan?
I might have been sniffing.
Huh? Are you not a Destiny's fan?
I think Destiny is one of the most beautiful women on the show. I like Destiny, but I don't like this storyline with the ex-boyfriend that we never knew before and this producer that married him. We still want to know about the divorce from LeBerick. That's what we want to know.
Well, she still can't talk about that because he's then opened the divorce back up again, which I've never heard of that. Once the divorce was closed, I've never heard of you could open up the divorce again, but he's to open up the divorce again. So he's trying to keep her silenced. But Moses is who she dated after him, and they've been friends for a long time. And this was their first time actually dating, so that's how this became a storyline. And so, as you know, remember she was talking to somebody. She wouldn't show him on the TV her last season. That was who she was talking to. But the producer was saying that was her cousin. And so, Destiny felt like they was friends. They were building a rapport because that was the only producer she had ever had. And then all of a sudden, this girl called on the phone and tell her, hey, we dating, it's getting serious, and we thinking about getting married. And she was like, you dating your cousin? And so that's how she found out.
I mean, I think what turns me off is that, again, we're putting the spotlight on Carlos and his production people. It just seems like Carlos employs a bunch of messy, shady individuals, and he's one of them. And I don't like this story. I don't like it because I feel like you, instead of, I still, it's not so, I don't want to see her like that. I feel like you just turned yourself in. The last I saw from Destiny, her father was taking her to the courthouse and she was turning herself in. They didn't even talk about that.
Well, I would agree. I hope this is not gonna be the storyline for the whole season for Destiny, because Destiny has had a rough go at it on this show. I do know that they're supposed to try to slander her and make her seem like her and Martell has, slept together. And I think that's ridiculous, but neither here nor there. Let's get on to this last scene. The last scene was Carlos King podcast on tour, and they first stop was Huntsville.
Oh, I listen after I go after E. Go E, so I can listen, so I can see where he's at.
This last one was him going on the road with the podcast, and Mel is the special guest, and he crowns her because she never went to the prom, so he crowns her queen, and he also gives her a chance to explain what's going on. It was really crazy. And then toward the end, he invites Sonny and Moses on the stage as his special guests. And Storm is in the audience saying, Lord, this is messy. I don't want to see this, but I'm going to watch. So what are your thoughts, E?
Well, Carlos spent, right before he brought out the ex-producer and the man, he went on this tangent about Martell ruining his brand and ruining the show's credibility. Carlos made it a point to show all those elderly women in the audience the tweets that Martell put out there about Carlos begging him to bring Mel flowers and how they were coercing him to be cordial, and he really didn't want to do it. And Carlos was calling Martell all kinds of liars, and all of the women in the audience, they were eating all that bull crap up. And right after Carlos says, don't insult my production staff because my people come from all over. They leave their families behind to come to Huntsville to make sure you all have a good show. My people they have integrity. He says all of that. And then he brings out his former producer who married one of the talent's ex-boyfriend. But these are the same people who are so integrous and have so much empathy and only come to Alabama for work. That's it. So I thought that was a contradiction right there. It made me believe everything Martell said. Even if Martell was flat out lying, the fact that Carlos is bringing out his producer who married the talent's ex-boyfriend would lead me to believe that his team is messy because it starts at the top. And this is not the first time we've heard people say while on set of a Carlos King production that the people get messy. Because even Winter Harris said that when she was at the Love and DC reunion, that the producer was in the background telling all the men to get her again, and get her some more. Like, come on. I believe Carlos is full of it. And as far as him bringing out that producer and the man she married, I'm with Stormy. It's messy, but the only difference is, Stormy, I'm not watching it. Every time they bring that woman on and that man, I'm going to fast forward the scenes. I'm not giving them any of my energy.
Katrina?
Yeah. Tay Tay said she's on her way. That's what I was doing. I told her you was live. The same as me. I feel like Carlos is just a mess starter. He is a complete mess starter. He wants his shows to be messy. Like, and then don't he feel like the cast would think that we already know he's favoring Mel. But him doing all this for Mel and all this type of stuff, how do we think the other cast members feel? And like you said, he's messy, and they doing this in front of people. He trying to get his show off in DC or wherever they had went that time, but you only selected a few women to go with you. I mean, he's showing favoritism all the way around. He's messy. He been messy from Atlanta. He just messy, and he's bringing on more mess. And to like display this man's stuff to try to get the women on male side and his side, that is totally ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And like he said, we don't go off for Martell, but he's making Martell look way more gentler than he's making Mel look. So we just gonna have to see where it goes from there. But all I know is still ridiculous. But thank you, in my opinion.
None of y'all said nothing about him crowning Mel the queen,
Child,
the whole.
ain't nobody think about that little school day prom. Be for real. Her ass, and I mean, I'm sorry. It ain't no college prom, ain't no high school prom, it ain't even no sixth grade prom. Nobody thinking about that. She ain't no done Cinderella, but she'll be
Well,
all right.
you said that right. She's no Cinderella, but she was dressed like Cruella de Vil because she had half white and half black on. And I feel like you said it right. Her prom days are over. But that girl, her oldest daughter, if Mel really want to go to the prom so bad, how about she be the chaperone? She
There
can
you go.
volunteer
Better check
and
her
be the
car. Make sure ain't
chaperone.
no. Better check her car. Make sure ain't no little Dalmatians in there. You see her with
I'm not
a
doing
polka
this
dot
with you.
coat. We see her with a polka dot coat. We know what she did. She took them Dalmatians.
Oh, wait, you just made me think of something because I couldn't believe that she was talking about not having an orgasm with her mama sitting right there in the audience and all those older women. And I want to know how you never had an orgasm, but you've been getting it in, because I remember they said she was with a sports player just a few years ago and she was pregnant by somebody else. Let Martell tell it. So what do you mean you hadn't been having an orgasm? Girl, please.
So you think she was faking it? You know, we women can fake that. You think she was faking it all this time? She never knew
I
what made her eyes
believe
roll in the back of her head.
Well, I don't believe that he was making her orgasm every night, but I do believe that she wants to put it out there that his sex is not good just to embarrass him and uppercut him just a little bit more, because I don't think it was as bad as she's saying it is. Because if so, how did you get pregnant all these times? Where all these kids come from?
Maybe she was just laying there like a board.
Oh,
I don't know,
well,
cause she like I can't take that lady serious. That's what I'm saying. And then you like you said, you saying this front of, it's certain things you can't say in front of your mom. When my mom, girl, I wouldn't even drink in
yes.
front of my mom. I mean, cause it feels like she was gonna chastise me, even though I'm grown. And that's
And
what I tell my children. I don't go. They ask mom, you want to go to the party? No, I don't party with y'all. No, ma'am. Listen, whatever you do it on your own. I don't see it. You grown or whatsoever. You know, I see a lot of people partying with their kids. That's not something I do. I don't go out partying with my children. Now, if we got a party like a family thing, that's totally different. But as going out partying with my kids, No, ma'am. I'm not finna do that. And for her to say that in front of her mom, I mean, like, that's your mom, and I understand that, but I wouldn't say it in front of a whole lot of people in front of my mom. I would talk to my mom, one-on-one. But girl, these folks don't have no dignity no more. I don't get it. I really don't. They say anything, and they think it's just supposed to go over our head like we're not paying attention. And that's
Well,
the
like
sad
mama,
part.
like daughter.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Because obviously she done said some stuff in front of her too for her to even come back with that. Or she done said some stuff to her mom and her mom let that stuff slide. So she feel like she can say anything. Well, I'm not telling you not to say anything to your mom what's up, but it's certain things that you just don't say to your mom or in front of your mom
Well,
or your
she
dad.
feel like
You know what I'm saying?
she correct. She feels like she can say whatever she wants to her mom because her mama was sleeping with Marcel's brother. But then not only that, it was women older than her mom in the audience because y'all saw that older woman clapping with the big old glasses. No, the whole thing was distasteful. Especially because you didn't even mention the part where Carlos took that microphone and was insinuating that he had a hook in his private part. I thought that was disgusting. I didn't want to know that.
Well, that was because Martell said he had a hook and a curve.
Yeah, I don't want to know that.
Well,
Just ridiculous. I mean,
that was the end of the episode. Then they showed us the clip of what's to come. Listen here, I really don't want to have to see Sonny and Moses on the show. I really do think that that's disgusting to bring the side chick that turned into the wife. Everything she say, I saw the clips, and the clips made me disgusted.
But look who you talking about. That's all you got to think. Just look who you talking about. Just think about who you talking about.
It was
He
a
loved
disgrace.
bringing the mess. He loved bringing the mess. You know what I'm saying? Just look who you talking about.
No, I mean this girl. She's a disgrace, and I don't know if y'all seen the clips of the rest of the podcast where she's talking, but I'm gonna play it for y'all. Hey, before it gets weird, ask her producer though, right? Did you ever give her a heads up that hey, before it gets weird, when the world finds out, I just want you to know me and Moses are seeing each other. I did. I reached out to her. We need to have a conversation. I said, call me. She texted me back and said, hey, what's up? I said, well, I asked you to call me because I want to talk to her woman to woman.
It's going in and out, in my opinion. You can barely hear it.
It's getting serious. She didn't respond. Oh, text her that. Yeah, she would have called. Yeah, she didn't answer when I called. Any loyalty. We don't have no skin in the game. So loyal. At the end of the day, I didn't steal nobody's husband. Break up home. He had 7 women he was already dating. You were a side chick from day one. The main shit. Her producer, though. Did you so that's the clip that they got going around for what we're supposed to see this week. I had a lot of thoughts, but I want to know what y'all thoughts are.
I can barely even hear it, but that's okay. I'll see it. We'll go over it on your next live.
Well, here's the thing. She said he had a lot of women he was talking to before. She was the side chick. She reached out to her. She called on the phone. She texted her, told her we need to talk. And then she said, Destiny texted her back and said, what's up? And she said, I told you to call me. And then she said she told her, look, me and Moses is together. And it's official. And then she said, so she didn't steal nobody's husband. She didn't steal nobody's boyfriend. They together. It's official. So she don't know what she's talking about.
But she was a side piece, right?
Well, she claiming she wasn't a side piece.
Okay, we got 2 women, so somebody was a side piece.
Well, she claimed he had multiple women when she was with Destiny, and she was the side chick.
Girl, she is most ridiculous. She should have never even said that. She could have just kept her mouth closed because she sounded way more stupider now than she did before. Cause if he had multiple women and you with him too, your tail's a side piece too, fool. I don't get these
That's what I'm
people.
saying. Like you said,
I
Katrina,
don't get them.
like you said, it's two women. Somebody got to be on the side. Something happened here.
Somebody got to be the coleslaw or the green beans. Both of y'all ain't the main chicken. So come on, who is it? Which one? Cause both of you messing with a man. He messing with both of y'all. So if you ain't the one that's staying in the house, or you ain't the one that he's making sure he probably giving money to all of them. But if you ain't the one that he's taking around everybody and doing all this, then baby, you're a side piece too. Even if he doing all that, you still a side piece. It's ridiculous. These women are crazy. I don't see how they get on these shows and go off on themselves like this. I mean, it's just totally sick. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well,
Maybe.
I think it's the audacity and the arrogance that she had in her voice was what pissed me off the
Yeah, like I'm
most.
the main one.
Yeah,
I'm with him.
it
Girl,
was
you ain't
like she
win no
wasn't.
prize.
It was
What
like
prize you won? You
that's
stayed.
what I'm
He asked
saying
you to
because
do it again.
low key she taking care of him right now
Yeah.
because he ain't even from here, so she taking care of him. I think so.
So you ain't got with a man that had all these women, but now you taking care of him, and you announcing this that you taking care of a man. Destiny,
Hey,
yeah, let her keep him. Let her keep him, cause he got himself a fool. Oh yeah, yeah, he'll keep her, cause she a fool. She the type
I
that
just
gonna do
think
anything
that's
and still gonna be
disgusting
there.
and disgraceful and so low the budget and so low barrel that you don't have no self respect for yourself that you would sleep with somebody. Like I couldn't sleep with nobody that I know somebody slept with that I know. Let alone
Yeah.
somebody I worked with or I produced or you know what I'm saying? Like you work for her because you was the producer. Let's be clear. You wouldn't have the cash, you wouldn't have a job. So you work for her essentially. And you sleeping with her leftovers, like even if you did wait till they were broke up, it's disgusting. And you know he's sleeping with all these women. Then did you have him to take a test to know if he was clean or not? So you opened up your legs and spread them wide.
She don't care now, girl, cause she the main lady. So she don't care if he and slept with this and had this or whatsoever. She don't care cause she want a prize. So
But
what
you should
prize
have
she think
saw
she
what
won?
y'all should have saw. I sent y'all the videos, but what y'all should have saw was the look that Carlos and Mia had on their face.
But he brought that out there. Okay.
So look, y'all, that's all I got for this review. We gonna man you say who eating chips.
I ain't no chisel open my Fashion Nova outfit. But go ahead.
Oh, wait a minute. What you got? Wait a minute, girl. What you got from Fashion Nova?
I have to wear I had to get a pink outfit because my the one I had, my daughter said it looked too promy. My grandson, he's graduating next week from high school. So
Oh,
we doing a party for him, and it's like in a pink and white theme. So yeah, so I had to get a pink jumpsuit from Fashion Nova, which I always, because I normally go into Newport News or whatever, let them send something. But I seen it at Fashion Nova and I thought it was cute. But I don't like the material. The material looks hot. I don't like this material.
oh, well,
But
girl.
anyway, I got to try it on and see what
Well,
it look like.
you better send that back.
Girl, yeah, because it look hot. It's cute though. It's cute, but the material just look like it's hot. It's a it's cute. I might can make it work. I ain't gotta wear it but one
Well,
night.
send us a picture. Let us see.
Okay, how much do this? Hold on, I'm on my phone. Hold on, I'm talking
Yeah,
to
I'm
Well,
talking
y'all.
about when we get
you can
off.
wait till we get
Okay,
off.
well, I
Yeah.
get up. Y'all send y'all a picture of it and let y'all see it. It's cute
So
though. I'm just
y'all,
saying it's cute.
that was all of this. I'm gonna try to do these reviews. Sunday. I'm gonna try to
Okay.
do it Sunday. And so I think that's the time I'm gonna schedule up Sundays. I don't want to put it on Saturday because we got something coming on Saturdays as soon as we can get all that squared away. So I
Now,
think I'm gonna
when
do
you
it on
coming out with your
Sunday.
channel? When you coming out with your channel?
E already got her channel.
Okay, so what is
Everybody,
it now?
please go and subscribe to In Touch with E. I have it in my community post on In My Opinion, but I'm gonna also put it on my community post on this channel as well. Y'all, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share my video with anyone you think may enjoy it. I
Okay.
appreciate everybody that came in. Hope you live happy, healthy, and blessed. And I hope that you'll be blessed just like me. Goodbye.
Good night, y'all.